So here's the thing. You asked me if it was hot takey, and it took me a second because they were the exact narratives I was expecting. There were two things in particular that I was like, that's a hot take, but I knew people were going to say that.
Okay.
It was one, QB controversy, whatever. That's going to be number one. Number two was our defense sucks. John Butler sucks. Everybody sucks.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. I don't have another word for it. It's dumb. Like if I say, okay, so I said this in the post game and I think during the game, and I don't think I'm crazy.
Have you been waiting on this?
A little bit.
I didn't.
Sorry.
That is a fine line.
Oh, go ahead.
I didn't get to talk to you that much over the weekend. You're on a plane. You're busy.
Okay, go.
How hard is it to win a game when the only offense you have is unscripted QB scramble? How hard is it to win a game that way?
It'd be pretty hard.
So if that's the only thing UCLA has, maybe Nebraska feels okay about that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Did they do any other thing, anything at all, consistently on offense where they moved the ball?
No.
Not even close, right? Like there was not even another thing that felt threatening. The only thing they had was Nico ad-libs, which you will win that game most of the time.
I would agree.
It is almost impossible to sustain an entire offense doing just that because you know what they weren't letting him do? Scramble to throw. Scramble to throw will kill you. Scramble to scramble.
Although, how did they get 191 through the air?
The screen pass was a big one, the 45.
Like, I looked at that and I was like, that seems distorted.
Yeah, the screen pass was 45 of that. It was kind of like last week with
God, that play pissed me off. You could see that coming too.
There was a lot of things that pissed me off about that play. One of them, by the way, is, I like to go through.
That was 45 of it?
Yeah.
So it's 191 minus 45.
146.
Okay.
So that seems more in the neighborhood.
Well, I wanted 180 or less because I think they came in averaging 180.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, really, and I don't know how this happened. PFF put that on Sierra Wright's coverage?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like what are we doing here? Like, because I like to get into like how many targets did they throw to Sierra Wright and how many, how many receptions
they wanted him to get over the top to be the first initial tackler.
Because
that whole thing was atrocious.
I guess
I could maybe see that, but
he certainly wasn't. That wasn't his man in coverage.
No, I know.
Yeah, they have that target, reception, yards, and touchdown on Sierra Wright.
Yeah, that's really, 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 really incorrect.
That's a poor job. Yeah. Hopefully they fix that because that's bad.
Did it pull his grade way down? It had to have.
It pulled his grade way down, and it also outside of that he gave up 4 yards on one reception, which is accurate to what
he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is pretty good. Because I always like to check Sierra because it's like, did anybody throw at him today? Nope.
So I went back, and of course, like, do people not know Shafe and I?
I don't know.
It seems like it because again, that's a guy.
Yeah.
That I have let almost literally cuss me out on our own show, and I ate it. Right, like Shafe has his moments. We're still boys.
Yeah, well, whatever happens, happens.
That got made a much bigger deal than it should have been. Like, I said, hey, big boy, I get you the data. Scared. I said, oh, I want to leave this open. Are you sure scared is the word you want to use? Because I want to let you, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I thought that was odd. I thought the word choice was odd.
So I just was like, hey, like, and then it's like, it goes someplace it isn't supposed to. And Shafe and I are kind of laughing. I don't know if he's laughing. He's getting ready to get on a flight to Vegas. He's got picks to make and he's going to go enjoy himself. And I was like, well, are we supposed to be mad at each other? Because I don't understand. Like, we've been through a lot worse. But the thing about it was, I didn't understand, and they're coming off a bye.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to put this in perspective. We were coming off a bye.
UCLA is coming off a bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the press box gets roped off because I pace and I stand up too much. There are too many cords for my own safety. They don't want me to trip. Jeez.
Is that from Ben?
Like
I
I'm
think so.
special.
DB, this is your area. You can walk around in here
Have
if
I
you want.
tripped
Our
it
sleeping
now?
bags.
Have you actually unplugged something? Because that was the. If you accidentally unplug something, I could see Benny Mac being mad about that.
Have I ever? Maybe year one.
Okay.
Maybe.
That would be the thing.
I don't know. I hate to say no because that leaves me no wiggle room.
Yeah.
Maybe one. I'll say once.
Okay.
But that
He's a one-trick pony.
that hurts my feelings. They corral me in so I don't step over cords. I barely move. That's hurtful.
It's not entirely true. I see some of those clips that KC puts out.
So they actually had one of me sitting.
I know.
That had to be the only 5 seconds I was sitting.
You were sitting for and it was during the Emma Johnson screen. You were sitting for so long. I was like, DB,
okay,
stand up. This is exciting.
Can I say something though?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the press box is really small. I hate how they pin me in. with
It
these
looked
headphones.
really small.
So right next to me, right here,
Yeah.
is the UCLA guy.
Oh, yeah, I could see him.
He stands too.
Yeah.
So it was awkward because it was one of those deals, and I have accidentally headbutted glass because I didn't know it was open. It was not open. So I'm very
Sorry.
This is Maryland. That's a long time.
Sorry.
ago. So I'm very cognizant.
Wait, Maryland this year?
Yes.
That's like a month ago.
Well, this guy was eating Pop-Tart. Never mind. So
Go ahead.
yeah, I leaned out to follow to see where he was going. I'm like, he's too old to be eating Pop-Tarts. So I leaned out and it was like, and there was like a.
There's like a mark on the
Yes.
glass.
Oh, they thought. Yeah, Kyle was like, "You're an idiot." So I felt like I was gonna headbutt the guy next to me.
Okay.
So I was so insecure, I was like crouching because I'm like, "Oh God, he's just gonna look and we're gonna lock eyes."
You couldn't have that.
So I was crouching. Oh, that's so embarrassing. I hate that thing in
That
the
they
press
put the-
box.
yeah.
That's Kyle and Ben's baby. I'm like, man. But anyway, so watching that thing unfold, because do you know what's going through my mind real time?
What's that?
First of all, I hear Ben mutter. He goes, "Oh God!" Like the minute, because he could see it
Mhm.
kind of opening up, and it was going to be a foot race to the sideline. So
Yeah.
I think he saw it early.
Mhm.
I'm watching Nebraska's. I go immediately away from the ball. I look at the 3-by to the bottom of the screen to see them just take all these defenders.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to block him.
Mhm.
And then these two big uglies just sprinting down the sideline.
Freaking Spindler and Evans.
Evans couldn't get enough.
He got like 4 guys.
He just could.
And then he like turned around. There was one more. And he's like, bam.
I'm telling you, he's a menace. So, I was kind of watching it unfold patiently because it was a beautiful call. I love the Shane. Do you have Kyle's call? He nailed it sequence by sequence.
Mhm.
So I'm actually just listening.
Yeah. I would say you really didn't say anything.
I'm listening to him.
Yeah.
I'm not even watching. Shane, do you have it?
The 56-yarder?
Yeah.
Husker 44 tied at 7, 11-15 until half. Lindenmeyer, the motion man, settles in the trips right. Hunter wide left. Snap. Latif back to pass. Loads a screen left. Acres of space. Johnson 45 to midfield. Blockers out in front. 45-40. Left sideline to the 30. Breaks a tackle. Tiptoes the boundary. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Huskers. Oh, that was incredible.
That's a gem.
Yeah.
So I was actually listening.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to make because you never know. They get to clip what they want. They don't ask me.
Well, yeah,
anything.
because they have running the whole time, right?
I think.
I think they must. Otherwise, they wouldn't.
You think I would know? I have no.
Well, I
idea.
think because it's a GoPro. Is that what they use?
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually they just leave that running the whole time. And then
So
they go
you
find the clips they
actually
want.
that actually caught me, just because I think I was pretty calm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were. You were just kind of sitting there. You're just kind of like.
But I'm a big 45, 40, 35, 30
Oh yeah, yeah.
tightrope. That fits my ear.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm listening to him real time, and all I could think of was oh, I'm a little mesmerized. So I chilled. Like, that's real time.
Yeah, you stood up at the very end.
Yeah, like sometimes.
I couldn't believe he stayed in bounds. Like, that was the thing, because I'm watching it. I watched the first half at a bar. And
Shame on you.
why?
Well, what's wrong with home?
Sometimes I like the atmosphere,
Oh, fudge, I don't.
Plus, RP wanted to watch part of the game. So
He's
like,
a cool cat, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was a little upset with me.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I text you during the game.
Well,
and I told him, I said, it's not just Ravi. It was because DeMarinis was on the thread.
yeah, it's 100%.
Like, it doesn't have anything to do with Ravi.
No, you usually ignore mine during games.
Yeah.
Unless I'm asking a very specific question.
Football question. Yeah.
Then you'll usually answer me, which is why you also answer Avery, because Avery only answers very specific
And she
football
listens
questions.
to the broadcast.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is 100%.
If I don't ask a very specific football question, I'm just bitching at you. That's basically all that's happening.
It's okay to say something positive.
Which is what I don't want.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. I looked at that yesterday morning, and I was like, number one, they caught me sitting down. Number two, I didn't say one word.
Yeah. I couldn't.
Because I was actually listening to KC.
I couldn't believe he stayed in bounds. Like, real time. I'm like, oh, that's a nice, like, 20, 25-yard gain. And then he just, like, slips out the back end. And I was like, how did that? Like, I did not think there was room for him.
Yeah, it was the offensive efficiency. That'll help your statistics.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then the wheel route. Just beautiful. I love a wheel route.
God, I could feel that thing coming.
Man, as soon as I saw him leak out, I was like, oh, if this is a good throw, he's got him.
Did you see Carter just run the little over route that just, like,
To take him.
cleared the defender?
Yep.
And Six was in a bind.
Carter played a little bit.
He was like, Six had to be thinking, oh, poop.
Yeah.
Because he got handled.
Well, and he bit hard.
And Isaiah kicked him on the screen, too.
Yeah. Speaking of Isaiah on a screen, if 97 doesn't peel off and make an incredible play, that's six.
It's 6. Oh, yeah.
Like, because they had it set up in front of
Yeah,
him. Like, 97 made an incredible
That was
play.
a house call. He was hustling.
He was. Like, that was a great play. I can't remember his name, but 97 from UCLA made an unreal play on Isaiah Hunter.
I suppose I should have went back and looked at the final stats, but I didn't.
Well, I've got him up. What would you like to know?
So what were I always like to go to solo tackles.
Ooh, let's see here. Solo
I
tackles.
should just go to stat broadcast, I guess.
26 for
4.
UCLA.
Okay. How many snaps?
Nebraska had 51.
Okay.
54. 54. So that 26 out of 54.
Okay.
And then Nebraska had, this is a pretty good number, 38 out of 68.
Yeah. That's more snaps than I thought UCLA had. That's
38 out of 64. 64.
Yeah, you'll take over half.
That's pretty good.
I'll take over half.
That's one of their better numbers on the year, isn't it, for Nebraska?
Against
Power conference opponents?
Anecdotally, I'd probably say yeah.
Just off the top of my head, I think.
I'd probably say yeah.
I
thought the running backs may get a little busy trying to dial in on design QB run. But, like, did you see the 4th and short that Nebraska got the stop on?
Yep.
They played it differently than on the goal line when Iamaleava got it down to the 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's changing how you want to play design quarterback run as the game goes on. That's why the scared thing, I was kind of like, maybe he means a different word, because they tried a lot of different things. Like, you can see, like, who's got Q, +1 for Q, spy. Sometimes on those rushes, I would just look at Kyle or Ben, and they were one and the same since we were so close.
Mm-hmm.
I would just look and I would say, man, that's almost kind of unfair.
How so?
Because there were times I felt like Nico was the best athlete on the field.
It's possible. I mean, he's an incredible athlete.
So we're walking the grass. You know, I was taking pictures of I fell in love with the grass, and I'm so thankful. Because I was like on all fours taking pictures. And I'm like, somebody's going to take a picture. So I hopped up off the ground real quick, and I was like, oh, did anybody see me? Did anybody see me?
Probably Jess, if I had to guess, if it was going to be anybody.
She would probably at least ask if she could put it on social media.
Fair.
But she was the closest one to me, Cassidy definitely would. Listen, Cass is naughty. She's always taking pic, like, yeah, Cat, it's probably been Cass. But so I'm looking at the grass and we're doing our thing. And so B-Mac and I, bless his heart, I was like, man, Caleb's taking too long. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, well, don't you always say hi to him? I said, yeah, I try, but he's taking too long. He goes, no, let's wait. I was like, dang, bossing me around again. Mm. So we sat there and we waited. In the meantime, we're looking at Nico warming up. And he's just in like a hoodie and shorts. I looked at B-Mac and I go, God, he's a big kid. And Ben goes, oh my God, look at his, he's got these huge legs. Because he looks angular on TV, like long. He's a big, thick kid.
Is he? I would not have guessed that.
Oh, man.
Like, he looks lean on TV.
Bro, he's every bit of 240. He's 245 and some change.
Really?
Yes.
They list him at like 215.
Man, I don't know.
he
ain't I'm 215.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what they
19.
That's what they listed him at on TV.
Really?
Maybe TV had an old number.
I don't know.
But I mean,
you see him run?
Does
he run like a 215-pounder?
He runs like the best athlete on the field.
So anyway, even
I didn't realize he was that slippery. Like, I knew he was a good athlete, but like, he's elusive.
Yeah, well, remember coming out, like, he's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
He was gonna be Tennessee's savior.
Yeah.
But and I said, even in warm-ups on air with guys in sweats, he's not very accurate. So you could see where that would probably
absolutely
be the issue. They had him throw some hard balls too, man. I'm like, I don't know.
He's
not really playing his strengths right there.
This was, I mean, not to go all the way back to the summer. This was kind of my argument with the Tennessee thing being a really bad move on his part. Tennessee made his life pretty easy.
Oh, with how they play?
Yeah. Like, Tennessee really protected him a little bit. And I don't think UCLA
215, huh, Kobe? That's crazy.
I mean, he, regardless of the weight, he was a stronger runner than I thought he was. Like, physically stronger.
Ask Ben.
And way more elusive. Like, getting out. Like, I knew if you left him lanes, he could beat you, right? Like, if you left, hey, they got too wide on their rush lanes, there's something, like, I knew he could do that. Yeah. And I knew he was fast. I didn't realize, like, this is like blasphemy. The only thing it reminded me of is the first time, like, and I know he's not this level, right? So hear me out here. It's going to sound like hyperbole, but
you killed the vibe.
Well, because I don't want people to think I'm saying he's this guy.
You're crazy.
But it reminded me, there was like a handful of plays where I'm like, oh, they've got him. And it reminded me of watching Michael Vick against Florida State in the national championship, where he's just like surrounded and then somehow poof, he's on the other side of the pile. I'm like, what happened?
Poof.
Just poof. Like the Magic Dragon, just out of there. Or is that puff? That's my bad. It was,
I don't know.
That's the only, like, that was the instant. There's like 3 plays in particular where there was one where I think Winery had him dead to rights. There was one, I think Van Poppel had him dead to rights. And there was one.
RVP quietly, I felt,
had a good game.
Played his tail off.
I mean, low key, I thought that was the best game the defensive line has had all year.
RVP starting to cook.
All year. Best defensive line game they've had, I think. I don't think that's.
I
don't think that's a limb.
Newsflash.
Yeah.
Our opponent on Friday had a lot of my post-game attention.
Fair enough.
Dude, I bet I've racked up. I don't even want to look at my huddle hours.
Couple of them?
We'll be ready.
1 or 2?
Like, see where we're at.
Listen.
We just wanted a chance.
From your lips to God's ears. I thought that was by far the best defensive line game we've got this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna really spend some time when I go home.
Van Poppel was disruptive.
And I think I have an affinity for him anyway as like a person.
Sure, yeah.
But the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago about the intricacies of playing D-line and what it takes and stuff, like those are the things I start to pay attention to, because when players get that, then you understand why the concepts are what they are.
What's the difference between like, hey, this guy can just go in on obvious pass rush downs versus, hey, he can play all 3 downs. He can do whatever we ask him to. He can play these different concepts, right? Like, there's a reason, and I know there's all other thing with this particular player, but there's a reason James Williams was used in the role he was used last year.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason a lot of us thought Williams Nwaneri would be used in a similar role this year, but he's not, right? He's a full-time player because he's figured some of those things out. Now, there's still some growth, right? Talked about, hey, maybe we don't bend in on some of those, but for the most part, Williams Nwaneri exceeded a lot of our expectations in year 1 because he's been able to figure out some of those intricacies on D-line play. Like, I thought, and even a guy that has had some tough goes, like, I thought Judy played pretty well too.
Yeah, I have. So, full disclosure, I have to get over some. I have a hard time being objective with him.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think I know what it is, so I have to be patient to pull back and not want to be right. So I have to go back and watch.
Yeah. And I could be wrong. He made a couple plays that I noticed. He may not have had a great overall
I
game.
just don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like there on Nwaneri's sack happened because of Elijah Judy.
Yeah.
Like Nwaneri was getting upfield. Nico was going to be able to escape forward, but Judy collapsed that part of the pocket, pushed him right back into Nwaneri.
Yeah.
Like really, really good job of like doing your job, staying in your lane, making a play so somebody else could make a play.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few of those that maybe is skewing my perception of how well he played, but he at least had some spots where I thought he played really well, which is, like I said, I thought best defensive line game. You could make the argument best trenches game in general for Nebraska on both sides. Like I thought the offensive line cooked.
Yeah, guards, and I have to go back because I'm just watching. So I went in with 3 things. This isn't revisionist history. This is from Monday. This is the sit down with Avery, which turned out to be super accurate.
Yeah, pretty dead on.
And so I think there's 3 things. When you have, and I thought they may, the design quarterback runs were a little high for me because I didn't think he was just going to run wild because that's not. He's a better thrower than he is a runner.
TJ?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
good runner, but yes.
He's adept, right?
Yeah.
And plus you watch him at how he played, the efficiency surprised me. The talent didn't.
For sure.
He's good.
Good.
I said on Monday, he's really good.
He's good.
He's a hammer Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
Hammer Nebraska.
That's the reason I thought the line was wrong. I was like, we know TJ's good. They don't.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
So I only really watched guard, center, guard because when you put, this is total dorking out, but when you put EJ in the pistol with a quarterback that's either underneath center or has mobility, it changes the whole complexity of how you get to play defense. One of the things I wanted to ask Jeremiah Searles on Big Red Wrap-Up is oddly specific, but it was totally selfish. I said, hey, Jeremiah, you guys like to run block. You get a guy that's in the gun. How does an added run dimension of a guy that's in the gun help up you guys up front? It's a beautiful answer. Cut and paste it. It's fantastic. He's talking about getting the duo and buying time and freezing linebackers. It's very subtle. So immediately after I get confirmation, I'm like, oh, you know what's going to be wide the freak open? Intermediate passing game. Because if anything happens where you get linebackers that have already kind of struggled on the second level, because remember on Monday I said, well, that's kind of the game within a game. I think Nebraska can get their guys out in space on their backers, and I think Lindenmeyer and or Barney can make hay in the intermediate passing game. Now, Holgorsen did a fantastic little concept where he got key on a little shallow. That it seemed like nobody was. It was like middle of the field open. Totally by design. Yeah, like it was pretty to watch. I leaned back. I looked at Benny Mac. Benny Mac looked at me. We kind of low key dap. No, because Kyle's really the only one up there working. So, and just down below. I'm just a spectator. So we're like dapping because in the pregame we talked about you probably need a board, but what happens when you give the dimension of at least honoring all 11 guys.
Yeah.
So when Latif kept it on the first play,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's here to play.
Yep.
Because he could have easily given it.
Yeah. Also, I thought it was just there was a part of me, and I don't
I only
know.
got the 2, but I was yapping.
I felt like there was a part of me that was like, I think maybe Dana told him to keep it,
Yeah, I don't know.
where he's just like, hey, I want him to see this early.
I have no idea.
Because he only ran it 5 times.
I know. That number was lower than I thought.
Me too. I thought we were going to be in like the 8 to 10 range.
Yeah.
And after that first one.
But you know what's funny?
What's that?
They didn't get a ton of snaps.
No, they didn't. 50. What did I say? 54?
They did not get very many snaps.
54 plays they ran. I thought we were going to be in the 8 to 10 range. But after that first one, he only went 4 for 17. And I think.
So the low-hanging fruit is. No, it's not even low-hanging because I don't want to disparage. We'll boil this down to, hey, because we got a running quarterback, this is what I really think it is. I intimated it on Monday. I said it verbatim to Avery, and B-Mac and I talked about it, or Casey. I get the pregames confused. I said the hot take, the quiet thing in the elephant in the room that no one wants. I said it to Sam at halftime. Because, guys and we'll talk to him. I said, here's the thing that people don't understand. It's not even a TJ versus Dylan thing. People can have that discussion.
Yeah, that's not a discussion I'm interested in.
People can have that discussion. What I think it is with. Are you giving me the finger?
No, I think you're about to say exactly what I was thinking.
What I think the discussion is there's no pressure or subconscious thoughts about playing to somebody's strengths versus just getting to call the game. So I described it as free to be me, right? Coaches want to be free to be them. Like you want to be a guy or gal that can just coach and not have to worry about what that particular player is bringing to the table. Now, the reality is that's virtually impossible, right? You have to factor in skill sets. But the closer you are to freeing to be me, the better you're going to be as a coach.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So I think without any preconceived notions, you don't have to verify, substantiate, defend quarterback play because of rankings or whatever, the perception or the pressure or the narrative or anything that surrounds being the number one quarterback. Like all bets were off. So it's just like, okay, I like this, and this. I can call it like this, and this. There's zero pressure.
Yes.
And people that can't handle that statement will say, well, that's why you're paid and you can't do that. The reality is that's not whether coaches, there's this thing that happens behind closed doors when you're calling plays or you're repping guys or even in the offensive line where you do things to protect and accentuate. You just do. You can get into the protection thing. I have to protect them or I can accentuate. You want to be closer to the latter.
The accentuate?
Yeah. You want to play the strengths.
Well, that's the strength finders things, right?
Yeah.
Ignore your weaknesses.
But while you're getting the things you want, you do the best you can. Until you can buy the best groceries for the meal, you do the best you can.
You make do.
So in a game like this, I think for DH, it's just calling the game. It's because you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. It's very freeing. Now, the degree of difficulty will be as we go forward, right? Because now you have data points.
Sure.
So now you get into the same thing that you got into with Dylan. We want to make sure we show this. We want to accentuate this. The thing is those guys have a dry erase board and a marker too. So then you have to get into the protection part of it. And I don't mean pass pro versus run block. I mean, how do we window dress our strengths?
Sure.
and still be able to function at
disguise,
a high level.
Yeah.
So now the real game happens. Where you have to move, you have to progress forward from where you're at. It's not for me.
I didn't think
it's not a this guy versus this guy. It's a building on concepts to give us the best chance to win versus what those guys are trying to take away from us week to week.
Yeah, so
now you got tape.
It's close. It's a little different than kind of how I was processing what we saw. I thought, to me, and maybe I'm way off here and this is too rudimentary, but I thought it kind of came down to, with Dylan in there, it felt like you had this pressure to play to what he was capable of. Mm-hmm. And that was not in line with maybe the strengths of the rest of the team. We talked about this with offensive line. Hey, they're better. We talked this in the offseason. Hey, they're probably better run blockers than pass pro, but Dylan is one of the best, if not the best player on your team, right? So you have that conflict. And then you go, okay, maybe some of my receivers are a little bit better in this area of the field, but we want to try and take advantage of Dylan's ability to do X, Y, and Z, right? So to me, that was, with TJ in there, you have zero pressure to try and play to, like, you have zero pressure to try and play to his, whatever you think his strengths might be. You can just say, hey, because we have to elevate everyone around us to help TJ win this game, we're going to play to everyone's strengths and go from there, right? We're going to run the ball.
I actually like to tell into that. That's important, right? Because guys have to own their role in it too.
Yeah.
Right? Where I tell you, like, good talent can make you lazy as a coach, but it can also make you lazy as a player.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're not careful, right? Don't think there aren't offensive linemen that know that they've got a really good back, and they think, if I just do this, as opposed to this is what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. If I just got to get in the way. Coaches know we've all done this where we say, hey, it doesn't take much. Like, just get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not. Shame on us.
Yeah.
Right? Do what you're supposed to do, how you normally do it. He's really good. We'll double down on it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's like that's going to be the next phase.
And not only can talent, I think, make you lazy as a play caller, I think it can make you overthink things as a play caller, because there's zero doubt in my mind. And this is why, like, I think the next two games are going to be really interesting for TJ, because there's no doubt in my mind that if you give Dylan this game plan, he can execute it.
Yeah, I don't know.
At a super high level.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Like, so I don't. You want my opinion?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, sure. But I don't think we got to get away from the comparison, because the comparison, you fall back into the trap of getting away from the standard being the standard.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, it's good for like us and radio and television and whatever as talking heads to get into the him versus them. But for the program, it's what is our standard? I told you the thing that Nebraska had to rally around going to UCLA is not who's playing quarterback.
Right.
It's what's your standard.
I totally understand.
So, like, I get it.
If I'm taking everything in a vacuum, right? Like, if I'm taking just quarterback play and play calling kind of in a vacuum, regardless of opponent or situation or whatever else, I do think there's kind of an inherent conflict, and we can get to this with offensive line. Like, I think there's inherent conflict with what the offensive line does well versus what I think Dana Holgorsen does well, to what Emma Johnson is probably obviously one of the biggest strengths of your team, to what I think. I mean, like, Isaiah Hunter and Dane Key are incredible run blockers. I know that's not the sexy thing you brought him in to do, but you know who the two highest graded run blockers on the team were on Saturday?
Probably your wideouts.
Isaiah Hunter and Dane Key.
Yeah, they get after it.
They were incredible.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, you've got all these strengths in other areas, and then you've got this bright, shiny toy in Dylan that can do a lot of things, right? So I think there's an inherent conflict. So that's why I bring up, if you call a game a certain way for either guy, I think either guy can execute that game plan.
Now, as you upgrade, here, let's get Shane. Should we get to Wyatt real quick? Because if we don't, we won't get to him until after.
He just dropped.
Sorry,
10
Wyatt.
seconds ago.
Wyatt, call back at 8:30, please.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. The focus is, and I'm not. This isn't like any super sexy answers or hot take. I'm just looking at it as a guy that likes to coach. It's about the standard. You have to stay away from who's actually playing, because I get it. You don't.
It's just not. It doesn't feel. And listen, I'm not a coach, so I like. No. It doesn't feel super practical.
Okay.
Like when you say it, it sounds like I get it. That's the ideal. I 100% understand that. But like at a certain point, like it does matter who's playing.
Listen to what I'm going to tell you.
Okay, I'm open to it. Just like that's what I hear. That's what I hear.
It's why when people listen to me, or some people don't like or can't handle the fact that I'm not going to say anything super inflammatory in terms of like criticism, because you can always get better. Like I'm gonna coach it up. I'm in the solutions. I'm not gonna bitch. Like I can tell you I don't like that a guy burned 2 timeouts. I can explain why he did, and it may not land well with you, but I'm just giving you the information. You can have it.
Yeah.
If you ask my opinion, that's something altogether different.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay. Is this my opinion, or is this how I'm looking at it? Because how I would look at it as a player and a coach is, it cannot be any difference if Brooke or Tommy's playing. It can't be any different if Turman or Brooke is playing. It can't be any different if Gans versus who was the 07 quarterback battle?
Sam Keller.
Keller's playing, right? The standard is the standard. So that's the practicality of it. I think if you can't function like that, like, do you think those guys are like, well, this, and you hear my heart, because you're going to say, well, both those guys are good. It shouldn't matter I can do this. It shouldn't matter what kind of run plays you call if Derek or Calvin is in the game.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Both really good.
Right.
But if you're getting into the minutia, at some point it's gonna reach diminishing returns, because those guys have what?
They have a whiteboard too.
They got a dry erase board and a marker too.
Yeah.
That's the practical side of it. So yes and no, it doesn't. It shouldn't matter. I get where this could potentially go, but as an organization, look how people hire. Sure, you want to play to strengths, but there is a core oomph of what it is that we do.
So here's where it does. I totally understand what you're saying.
It's just not very.
I think there's what you're talking about makes sense. I also think there is a human element that throws a wrench in that sometimes.
100%.
And I think that human element is what I'm talking about with, like, and this is just me guessing, right? Like, this is speculation. If I'm Dana Holgorsen and you hear the way he talks about Dylan, he feels like he's never had a quarterback like Dylan's skill set ever before.
I know.
It feels like to me he wants to show all the things Dylan can do rather than just running the offense that's worked for him for 25 years. When he loses Dylan, it feels like, hey, I know I can make this game plan work with this quarterback and the players that we've got.
Kind of the free to be me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's where the human element goes, like, yes, the standard is the standard, but also look at this new shiny toy that I have in Dylan Raiola that maybe takes me away from some of the things that I know work. I think that's where the conflict comes in.